When you think of hard games, your mind probably goes straight to From Software. Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Elden Ring, or the many Soulslikes built around similar ideas. Tough bosses, punishing combat, careful timing, and that familiar cycle of dying, learning, and trying again. And fair enough, those games have earned that reputation. But difficulty doesn't belong to one genre. There are plenty of games outside the Souls or Souls-like space that deliver that same friction. The kind that tests your patience, reflexes, decision making, and maybe even your emotional stability a little bit. So today we're looking at games that prove hard doesn't always mean Souls-like. I'm not including any of From Software's work or Soulslikes that basically try to do the same thing. For one, it would make this list too predictable, and second, we've already got multiple videos covering those games here on this channel. Okay, let's jump right in. Doom Eternal proves that difficulty and power fantasy can coexist. Somehow, it takes what Doom 2016 did and cranks the combat systems until the whole thing becomes controlled carnage. You're juggling health, armor, ammo, weapon swaps, weak points, cooldowns, and enemy priority while the entire arena tries to kill you. Glory kills give health, Flame Belch gives armor, and the Chainsaw gives ammo. So playing passively does not work. Your aim matters, but Doom Eternal is really about using the right weapon mod and resource tool at the right time. And across the Ancient Gods expansions, the pressure goes even higher. Returnal is a stressful sci-fi nightmare thanks to how it mixes bullet hell combat with roguelike stress. You can go from feeling unstoppable to realizing one bad room, one greedy pickup, or one awful malfunction has basically torpedoed your run. You're dodging projectiles, managing weapons, reading enemy patterns, choosing upgrades, and trying to survive long enough for the run to turn into real progress. However, it rarely feels unfair. You usually know exactly why you got yeeted. You stopped moving, dashed too early, or got greedy or something, but you know. Sifu is a short game that does not shy away from humbling you. Each time you die, your character comes back older. So what's happening is mistakes are visibly stacking up. The combat demands patience, timing, spacing, and crowd control. Button mashing gets exposed fast, especially when enemies surround you or a boss starts punishing every panic dodge. The structure system is the real skill check too. Proper avoids and parries let you break enemies efficiently without getting overwhelmed. Knowing the mechanics is one thing, executing them consistently while the room tries to fold you like laundry is the real challenge. If you haven't played Cuphead, it can look deceptively harmless at first. Big cartoon eyes, jazzy music, rubber hose animation, almost like an old school TV cartoon. Then the game starts throwing hands. Cuphead is built around pattern recognition, timing, and consistency. Every boss has phases to learn, projectiles to dodge, parries to time, and tiny mistakes that slowly add up. It doesn't just test reflexes, it trains muscle memory through repeated failure. Every death teaches you the rhythm of a phase, where to stand, when to parry, and how long you can stay calm while the screen is basically tap dancing on your face. A lot of people call Hollow Knight Silksong a Souls-like, and sure, I get why the comparison happens. Tough bosses, punishing exploration, a gloomy world, the ingredients are there, but it's not really scratching the same itch. You don't finish Dark Souls 3 and immediately go, I need more of this, then boot up Silksong or any other Metroidvania with tough bosses. The overlap is there, but the gameplay feels completely different. Anywho, Silksong is a fast, demanding Metroidvania built around movement, platforming, map knowledge, and mastering Hornet's speed. The gameplay is a cacophony of jumping, dashing, attacking, and healing at risky moments, and also trying to control momentum in tight spaces. Its traversal adds another layer too, with the usual Metroidvania loop of exploring, hitting barriers, unlocking new tools, and slowly understanding how the map connects. We've already been over the whole Souls-like adjacent thing, so let's get to the point. Blasphemous 2 shares some of the Metroidvania friction, but delivers it in a slower, heavier, more oppressive way. The challenge comes from tight combat, dangerous rooms, precise platforming, and bosses that demand pattern recognition and proper execution. You're learning enemy timings, choosing the right weapon for the situation, and opening up the map through new traversal abilities. Exploration, hazards, locked paths, and hostile rooms all test you before the boss even shows up. Ninja Gaiden 4 continues the proud series tradition of kicking your butt but making it look stylish. This is fast, aggressive, high-pressure combat where you're constantly attacking, dodging, blocking, repositioning, and reacting to enemies that don't politely wait their turn. The difficulty comes from execution, again, sharp timing, quick decisions, and enough control to stay stylish without getting shredded. Play sloppy, and the game will absolutely call you out. Fury strips the challenge down to one clean idea: learn the boss or get folded. No mobs to warm you up, no grinding, no massive build system to hide behind, just you and a boss you need to figure out. Every encounter tests dodging, parrying, shooting, positioning, and patience. You're reading patterns, surviving bullet hell phases, closing distance at the right time, and adapting as each boss basically changes the rules. As you go deeper, the incoming attacks are faster, punish windows get tighter, bullet hell phases get nastier, and you have to adapt. We leave the list there for today, but there are plenty of other games that could have made the cut. That's what sequels are for. Very on theme, honestly. Learn the pattern, come back stronger, and try again. If there's a brutally difficult non-Souls-like game you think deserved a spot, drop it in the comments.
Celeste!
Yeah, except for that one. That's what sequels are for. And if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss what we cover next. Bye.